morning, CHS. I'm Kaylin.
I'm Trot.
And now it's time for CHS Today. In honor of Women's History Month, we would like to recognize Ida B. Wells. Wells was the founder of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Wells was a former slave who was freed by the Emancipation Proclamation. She spent most of her life working as a teacher and investigative reporter, documenting racial violence in the U.S.
There will be a guitar club meeting on Thursday from 3:30 to 4:30 in Mr. Boggs' room, JE 120.
Do you enjoy singing? Beginning this week and going into next week, CHS Choir is having auditions for the next school year. If you want a chance to be in advanced choir or jazz choir, sign-up sheets for auditions are posted on the choir room door. Audition times include the first couple of hours after school today and tomorrow as well. As on March 18th, 19th, and 20th, you do not have to be currently enrolled in choir to audition. Auditions will include singing, vocal exercises, matching the notes to you hear on the piano, singing a simple song such as Happy Birthday or My Country 'Tis of Thee, and sight singing a short example. Please plan to arrive early to your audition time because there will be a form to fill out before audition. If you have any questions, contact Ms. Cookhouse, the choir director, for information.
Happy Wednesday. Let's hear from Mr. Russell.
Good morning, CHS. This is Mr. Russell for another weekly Russ Report. A couple things I want to talk about. First, I'd like to give a shout out to the speech team in the state tournament. They had one of their best results they've ever had as a team, and 3 categories qualified for the quarterfinals. So congratulations to the speech team. Also, I wanted to remind everyone that when you're on your social media page, especially your Snapchat, a lot of times you think your stories are private, which most of the time they are, but if you start saying too many things that are negative, what happens, you end up offending someone, and then it causes a lot of dissension and then a lot of problems. So just, be careful what you post on your Snap and your social media page, okay? Last thing I want to talk about is spring sports are right around the corner. So be sure you get out. Hopefully the weather can get pretty good and we go out and support those spring teams and root them to victory. So that's all I have for this week. Until next week, it's Mr. Russell. Take care, CHS.
The Fine Arts Academic Team will be having a study session during SRE tomorrow in JA 201.
There will be a student council meeting tomorrow during SRE in Ms. Combs' room.
Past weekend, the Spartan speakers traveled to Hamilton Southeastern to compete in the state speech tournament to conclude their season. While individually they fell short of personal goals, as a team, they had the best results in many years by qualifying 3 events into quarterfinals. Eli Barger qualified in humorous interpretation and poi. Christina Caldwell qualified in impromptu. The team placed 13th out of 24 in Class 1A and overall had a 37 out of 62. Barger placed 18th in humorous interpretation and 21st in poi. Caldwell placed 21st in impromptu. Bailey Lucas placed 42nd in discussion. Congrats on a great season.
This is a reminder to all ECHS seniors that will complete the ICC, an associate degree, TC, or CT that you need to RSVP for the commencement ceremony by the end of Friday. Please fill out the RSVP Google link even if you are not planning to attend.
On this day in 1781, William Herschel, a German astronomer, discovered Uranus, the 7th planet from the sun. Herschel's discovery of a new planet was the first to be made in modern times, and also the first to be made with a telescope, which helped him distinguish Uranus as a planet and not a star.
Today in national news, the House is likely to pass a bill that could ban TikTok, and is now sending it to the Senate. TikTok is mounting an aggressive lobbying campaign to take out the legislation, arguing that it would violate the First Amendment and harm thousands of small businesses that rely on it.
Japan's space rocket explodes on inaugural flight. The Space One small, solid-fueled rocket exploded shortly after its launch as the firm was trying to become the first Japanese company to put a satellite in orbit. The rocket left behind a large cloud of smoke and a fire. Space One, the flight was interrupted after the launch and that it was being investigated. There was no immediate indication on what caused the explosion. Later, it was figured out that there was a fault spotted in the rocket.
Lunch for tomorrow is a turkey hot dog with a side of smiley fries. Other options consist of a chicken patty or a fish sandwich having a side of tater tots.
It's beautiful outside again today. Will it stay that way throughout the week, McKenna?
We'll get to that in just a minute, Kaylin. For tonight, it's going to be about 71 degrees and a little cloudy. And then tonight at 10 p.m., it's going to be about 60 degrees. At 7 a.m. in the morning, it'll be a little rainy and about 55 degrees. Now going into your 3-day forecast. Tomorrow's going to be a high of about 70 degrees and a low of about 55 with rain and storms. Friday will be about 60 degrees and a low of about 40 degrees with also rain and storms. And then Saturday it'll stop raining, but it'll still be a little cloudy with a high of 60 and a low of 40. That's all for the weather. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, McKenna.
Now over to Eli with the sports.
Thanks, guys. Spartanet tryouts for the 24-25 season will be today, tomorrow, and Friday in the Bowl. All 8th through 11th grades are welcome to attend. Applications can be picked up in the CMS office, CHS Athletics office, and Sandy's Dance Explosion. For more information, please contact Coach Sandy. There is no sports action for tonight or tomorrow. That's all for sports. Now back to the desk for birthdays.
Thanks, Eli. Birthdays for today are Parker Frasher, Ava Gibbs, Lillian Bulware, and Olivia Jones.
Birthdays for tomorrow are Josiah Isaacs Tincher and Avery Dungan.
Happy birthday.
Vote Mrs. Job for March Teacher of the Month.
I'm Kaylin.
I'm Trot.
I'm Eli.
And I'm McKenna.
And that's all for CHS today.